Thank you, Devabani.
Thank you, sir.
It was really a learning experience for me for the last 2 hours, listening to Dr. Devendra Prasad Maji. Very rightly, from his experience, he talked about in three different sections. First, he talked about the communication. What do we communication is all about, and how communication and media can play the role of advocacy. And he talked about the freedom as well as the responsibility. And rightly, he also talked about the importance of IEC and how during his WHO fellowships in City University, how those that 5 seconds clip could communicate things there, but which need to be contextualized in the Indian context. And that kind of contextualization he talked about when he also tried to contextualize the relevance of Ambedkar's views and Ambedkar's principles in today's times. He talked about two types of changes that a society can think of. One is transformational change, where there is a cultural change that is required. And the most important in such a situation like the pandemic, what we need is the behavioral change. And the behavioral change, he talked very rightly about the great ideas and the great leaders that we need. And he very rightly referred to Ambedkar's views and Gandhiji's views. And he also talked about the kind of work the Ambedkar Foundation does, whether in terms of intercaste marriage or atrocity schemes, or most importantly, the medical relief schemes. So he is really a practitioner of bringing in change in the society with a focus on the values and principles of big people like Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and Gandhi and everything. And he also talked about the need for the six at principle. And I was so impressed when he talked when he discussed about the logo of the National Press Day, how the logo, how it brings meaning, and all these things. Thank you very much, Professor Majiji, for giving your insightful talk. And about Professor KG Suresh, to me, I thought that I have heard an activist today. The kind of the focus on. I was really amazed to hear Dr. Suresh today when he talked about alternative media, when he talked about behavioral change, attitudinal change, public health communication, and the digital divide. What he used to talk in terms of the technology and in terms of the need of the technology during this pandemic, how this online teaching and everything helped. But today, it was a big surprise for me, and I am extremely happy when he talked about the credibility of the communicator. He talked about the not about the what of communication, but why. Why such things are being communicated? People have started questioning. Why? What is the intent behind a communicative message? That was credible. And he also talked about content is the king and the commitment is very, very important. And very rightly, he has said, to which I always believe in, that let us not groom technocrats, but let us groom content creators. It's not the technology which is always very, very important, but the content is very, very important. So, and besides, he also talked about the inclusivity and affordability and accessibility and language. These are the very, very important issues that he has touched upon today, and which has set the tone of the things that is to come in the future, whether in post-pandemic or nothing related to pandemic, but communication as a discipline has to look into all these things. And I am really grateful to Professor Suresh for highlighting these issues. And Sneha Sisur, as a professional, I always treat her him not only as a professional but as an academician. His perception was both from a professional and an academician, and he talked about the changes that has been brought by this pandemic and how reporting has to be done within the from the home, work from home situation, how we will have to report, and the stigmatization and the need for responsible journalism. And very rightly, he has also talked about, I missed one thing about Professor Suresh, when he talked about the community radio stations. That is a kind of alternative media which is needed in the society. But honestly and truly speaking, how many community radio stations are truly communitarian in nature? And most of the community radio stations are campus-based radios. And when we go to the definition of community radios, they should be owned, operated, and managed by people themselves. But is it so? No. They we again, so community radio has to an extent has failed, and that is the reason why when in 1997 it was planned to have 4,000 community radio stations, we are still stuck with around 250, 251 functional or operational community radio stations. So that is not a very good sign for the alternative media, what Professor Suresh was referring, but nevertheless there is always hope. And um, Snehasi Surji, he talked about the impact of this pandemic on the media houses itself, and the way the journalists have started functioning. How would they collect information? How would they, the digital narratives that they always create with the use of technology, and even according to him, that will continue even after the pandemic, because now the media houses have learned how to reduce the workforce, how to reduce the expenditure, and how to manage the business of media. So they have learned that, and but unfortunately there is no gatekeeping, and the social media impact of all these things. So Snehas is so said. And coming to Professor Ravi, he is of the a very positive note. He started that media can play a role of a catalyst. Media can bring in social change, but technology simply cannot bring in social change. There should be credibility and responsibility that are very important. The inclusivity of media and communication for social change and social responsibility, as Ravi had said, that they should go together. So, and he also stressed upon the behavioral and social and behavioral change communication. And he also talked about the commercialization of media initially. And that moved us away from the concept of communication for development. But again, as time flew, we are again coming back to the concept of communication for social change, of which development is a dominant paradigm again of social change. And very it was quite interesting and a learning experience for me when I heard Dr. Lalatendu Acharya. And very briefly, not like any teacher keeps on telling, he made his points, which are very, very managing fear, managing uncertainties, empowering people with hopes, and managing infodemics, the information tsunami, whatever, promoting a healthy behavior change, and managing mental health. These are the six core things that we need to do during the pandemic and even in a post pandemic world. That has actually summarized the whole concept of how media can bring in change, and particularly during the pandemic. And he also stressed upon the science based knowledge system, the evidence based communication system. The information need to be evidence based, and then only the we each and every human being, he said, has the skills to communicate. We communicate about science, we communicate about health, but we need to, those skills need to be upgraded. And post COVID, what is more needed is rebuilding the trust, the rebuilding the trust, and the distress that we are experiencing now, whether it is income based or caste based, or all these things need to be discarded with. And that we all can do as a society. And when we work in unison and when we work for the betterment of society, whether during this COVID or post COVID. So these were quite a learning session for I'm sure for all of us. And I thank Professor Padi, and I thank Professor Maji, Professor K.G. Suresh, Snehasis Babu, Professor V.K. Ravi, and Dr. Lalatendu Acharya. And finally, for the intervening comments by my good friend, smiling. So that was quite interesting. And so thank you very much for giving me this opportunity for sharing this Devavani. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And it was not only a session of moderating, but I learned again so much from all of you.